Big Blue! It's been an off-season full of headlines, highlights, and hype, but the time is here. The Giants open their season on the road against the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, so it's time for this week's Big Blue preview. And we're going to start on defense because Wink Martindale comes to a defense that only had 15 total INTs last season. James Bradbury is gone to the Eagles, but Adoree Jackson takes on as the number one cornerback. The biggest question people are having when it comes to corner is the CB2, Aaron Robinson, who had a shaky preseason, but now he gets a chance to show up, show out, and show why he belongs on this Giants defense. When it comes to the linebackers, Blake Martinez is gone. Tay Crowder and Micah McFadden now have the opportunity to step in and stop Derrick Henry, but also be anchors on this Giants defense. Let's go on over to the offense because Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka are here. But can they get the most out of Daniel Jones and crew? We all know the receivers group was the most talked about positional group on this Giants offense. Kenny Golladay, 37 catches last year. Kadarius Toney, 39. Shep's back after 9 months of Achilles injury. Wan'Dale Robinson is added to this offense as well. Can the Giants passing group make big plays because Daniel Jones is primed to have a big year? Just think of what Brian Daboll did with Josh Allen up in Buffalo. He had 37 touchdown passes and 36 touchdown passes the last 2 seasons. Can DJ make that big step? Now, the Giants' Week 1 opponent is the Tennessee Titans. Like I said, they may be a little weaker than they have been in the past. They lost Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. But how will Big Blue stack up? To help us see who has the edge is ESPN Titans beat reporter Turron Davenport for this week's Know Your Enemy. So let's get into these storylines heading into Week 1. Thank you for joining us. Both the Giants and Titans are debuting new offenses. All eyes are on Titans OC Todd Downing and running back Derrick Henry against Wink Martindale's run defense. So which team wins that matchup and why?
Yeah, that's a good question. And for me, it's all about the sight adjustments because Wink Martindale, he likes to bring the house, overload blitzes. You never know who's coming. I think the Titans win that adjustment for one reason. There's a guy from UCLA by the name of Kyle Phillips who will work the slot, and he's able to get open quickly. And I think he's going to be someone that Tannehill will go to in those blitz situations.
All right, but let's flip it. It's head coach Brian Daboll's offense on paper, but he announced that new offense coordinator Mike Kafka will call plays. All eyes are on Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley against the Titans defense. Who has a stronger unit and why?
Yeah, that's a good question because with Harold Landry going down, you have to rely on Bud Dupree. They're going to have to manufacture blitzes or pressure, rather, a little bit more as opposed to winning with that front four. So I'm going to go with the uncertainty, with the unknown, and that's the Giants offense. I really like Kadarius Toney. I like Wan'Dale Robinson. And you look at what Mike Kafka was able to help do, it get Tyreek Hill open and in good situations at Kansas City. And then Brian Daboll, as you mentioned, from Buffalo, being able to do things with Stephon Diggs. I think Toney is going to be a big factor in this game. And he's someone, along with Saquon Barkley. So I give the edge to the Giants in that one.
Yeah, a lot of fans are excited about what Coach Daboll did with Stephon Diggs, but more importantly, what he did with Josh Allen. They're hoping Daniel Jones can reach that type of success as well. So a familiar face, Adoree Jackson, makes his return to Tennessee. He and Robert Woods are boys, and people have questioned both the Titans receivers and the Giants DBs heading out of preseason. So how do you see this matchup going down?
Yeah, I talked to Woods about that on Monday. They both went to the same high school. Adoree came out after Woods did, Junipero Serra, and he's looking forward to that matchup. I think the advantage is with the Titans, and I like Robert Woods, but also you look at, I mentioned Phillips, and Treylon Burks is a rookie that they're looking to really step up and kind of help fill that void from A.J. Brown, especially from a yards after catch perspective. He's big, he's agile, he's the type of receiver that corners will bounce off of, and he has the speed to run away from defenses. So I think the advantage is going to be with the Titans. I also add in a couple things from the tight end perspective. Chig Okonkwo as well as Austin Hooper working the slot. I think that's going to help them as well.
Yeah, a lot of people have that Aaron Robinson versus Treylon Burks matchup circled to see who wins that one. But so, in your opinion, what do the Giants have to do to beat the Titans?
I think they have to get that. Well, they have to do two things defensively, right? They do a really good job. At least Wink Martindale in the past has done a good job of run blitzing, right? You have those guys come up and they mug those gaps, and they're able to maintain that. And the last time the Ravens faced the Titans, they were able to corral Derrick Henry. So obviously different personnel, but they're going to have to figure out a way to, whether it's stacking a box or doing something to slow Derrick Henry down. But they also have to get pressure on Tannehill quickly. Rookie right tackle and Nicholas Petit-Frere. You have a first-year starter at left guard. They have to be able to attack those guys and find ways to get to Tannehill, force him to make an errant throw, an interception, or something like that. So I think that's what they have to do defensively. Offensively, it's all about Saquon Barkley, Kadarius Toney. And as you mentioned with Daniel Jones, he has that advantage in that he's one of the better rushing quarterbacks in the league. So he makes it 11-on-11 football. If you go man defense, back to the line of scrimmage, back to the quarterback rather, he can find a crease and make things happen, especially on 3rd and long. So those are some of the factors, in my opinion.
Giants fans, did you hear what I heard in that interview? So he's saying there's a chance. But every week in the NFL, there's at least one weapon on each team that could single-handedly put up numbers and beat the Giants. We're going to call him a giant killer. Last season, Derrick Henry picked up an injury which forced him to only play 8 games. But during that time, he still got over 900 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. Wink and the Giants defense are sure to have their hands full on Sunday. So how will the Giants defense stop a big back like Derrick Henry? Well, don't ask me. Let's talk to a big back himself, former Giants running back, Brandon Jacobs. It's all hands on deck if the Giants defense wants to stop Titans running back Derrick Henry on Sunday. And Saquon Barkley is primed for a big year. Former Giants running back Brandon Jacobs is here to break down the battle of the backs. I should have said the battle of the big backs, because you're the original big back. I mean, Giants fans remember when you ran over LaRon Landry, and Derrick Henry is like the new generational clone of you. So how does the Giants defense stop or slow him down?
Well, with me not being in the locker room, with the Giants, knowing their mentality and, like how they think, the defense I played with, that was a part of my team, they coming up and they hitting. They come and bring the wood. It doesn't matter who it was running the ball. But right now, I think the Giants have a great opportunity to make a mark. First week of the season, they got Derrick Henry. He's coming in. He was a 2,000-yard rusher a couple years ago, got hurt last year, still ran the hell out of the football last year as well. So they got a big challenge, and they could be the first team in this 2022 season to slow Derrick Henry down or possibly stop him. But I think they got a man now. It's all about your mentality going into it.
So it's basically a statement game or early statement game for Wink Martindale's defense when going up against Derrick Henry. If you see him in the open field, though, are you going high or are you going low?
Well, I'm coming trying. I'm his size. We're coming. I'm just trying to get in and bring it to him. That's it. And even smaller guys like LaRon Landry, he was smaller. Those guys then were smaller than I was, but they still came up. Like these highlights that we were talking about wouldn't happen if they didn't have the courage to come and the mentality to come try me, and that's why these highlights last. And that's why you see them. With Derrick Henry nowadays, I just see him stiff-arming people, throwing them out of the way like they're not even there. I don't think back then in my era when I played, it would have been that easy.
All right, so basically what you're saying is don't be scared. Don't be scared. So let's talk about Saquon. He's looked good in this new offense throughout the spring and the preseason, but he's kind of going through something similar to what you went through in the offseason of 2011, working to shut up all that outside chatter. So what advice would you give to 2-6 heading into this season opener?
Just focus. One thing about it, and I've seen guys go through this, come through. He got injured 2 years in a row. That's on his mind. Will I make it through healthy? So he's worried. He's probably worried about in his mind battling with an injury and coming up for his opportunity where he can make some money. I would tell Saquon Barkley to just go play football. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I think he's had plenty of success. He looks great this season. I had a chance to sit down and talk with him. It was during camp. And, I asked him, Park, so what did you do differently this offseason than you have done in the past? He said, well, I didn't train as much. I didn't do as much, as I previously was doing. I'm like, you know what? I said that right after you went down the second time. I said, I don't think Barkley giving his body enough time to rest, and to hear him say that, I'm like, that's exactly what I thought. Like, I trained nowhere near as hard as these guys are training right now. And I'm being honest. Like, to us, you go run some gassers, you go run 10, gassers, lift weights, and you're done for the day. Like, these guys are doing all kinds of different things, and as it helps them out, it's really hard on them as well. And I watch guys, like guys running up hills, and like Derrick Henry runs up hills with a weight vest on, pulling somebody. I'm like, man, I didn't do that type of stuff. I'm being honest, So he said he did a little less training this season than he's done in the past. So hoping that can be, a difference. But he got to go out and play and not worry about it. And I think he'll have a good season. My concerns is Saquon staying with the Giants. That's my concern. I would love to see Barkley be a Giant all the way, until he's done. So that's my worry.
But I'm glad you broke that down for us. I mean, we're talking about that body and training. It sounds like less is more in a sense, like it doesn't make you lazy. It doesn't mean that you're not grinding. It just means that you're giving your body a chance to rest. So let's move on to the running backs, the overall backfield. We all know in the NFL you got to have a two-headed monster. We all know about the RB1s in this games, but they're backups. Dontrell Hilliard and Matt Breida will have to make some plays for their teams as well. Which team has the stronger backfield and why?
New York Football Giants, because we have seen Matt Breida do it. Like, we have seen him do it. When he was in Buffalo, he had I thought he ran the ball great there. I think that's an area of the game we win. It's the running back, overall running back, just due to your backups.
I love it. Big bro, you still looking good. You sure you want to suit up on Sunday?
Nah, Big Lundy, I went through something where I was going to try that. And training every day, trying to get ready to do that, that is not the move for a guy like myself. Kind of fall back and assume your place in life, because that's not it.
Hey, less is more. Less is more. But I appreciate you joining us today. You know what? It was great seeing big bro Brandon Jacobs. I can't wait to have him on a lot more this season. But here's one big thing I took from that, was when he said Saquon did less. And I'm glad he explained it, because I don't want the blogs and the Twitters to say, oh, Saquon didn't do anything in the offseason. No, less is more. Less is more in the sense of taking care of your body. It's the Giants offense is going to go through 2-6 this season. And if he stays healthy this year, we're going to be seeing a lot of that again. Oh, you can see I'm excited about it, because it's Giants Titans Sunday at 4:25 Eastern. Football is here, ladies and gentlemen. And be sure you make sure to join us every week this season for our Big Blue preview.